Good morning, φίλοι μου. Καλημέρα. Ξεκινάμε για την κυριακάτικη βόλτα. This is Sunday morning and we're going out to shop. Let's go, guys! Το αμάξι μου είναι ντόρι. Είναι βρώμικο. Say it again?
Who was Isaac Newton?
Who was it?
In 1665, a terrible sickness swept through England. It was called the plague. It caused huge swellings all over the body and made people's skin turn black. There was no cure. Most people who caught it died quick and painful death. Any place people lived crowded together was dangerous. Because plague was very easy to catch. No one knew who caused it or how to protect themselves against it.
Oh, you play down the floor?
The only way to stay
the car?
safe
Okay.
was to go to the countryside where there were few people.
All right, just listen to Alexander's book, okay? All right,
Hey,
let's
this
go.
is bad. You know why it's bad? You know what's bad about this?
Why?
I don't have the charger for it.
Oh, we'll find something.
A 23-year-old student named Isaac Newton had to leave Cambridge University to his mother's farmhouse.
Let's go.
He didn't really mind. It never had a charge for a long time, and I don't know how it still had that.
I figured out how to charge.
He's always been a loner. He didn't have friends he would miss. I know what charger can fit in it. But in this charger cannot fit in it, then...
Okay.
At his mother's house, he spent the time doing what he did best, thinking about the universe. One day, he saw the apple fall. He began to wonder why pulled the apple toward the earth, and so according to the famous legend, which might even be true, young Isaac Newton thought up the idea of gravity. Wait, Babu! Maybe, Babu.
Yeah.
Babu, remember the tablet for the big phone?
Yeah.
Maybe can fit in there.
Okay, yeah, maybe that works.
It looks like the size. It looks like the size.
Yeah.
For him, they were a wonderful time of discovery and not just about gravity. He came up with enough ideas to keep him busy thinking and writing for the rest of his life. His ideas help people understand how the universe works in a new way. After 18 months, Newton went back to Cambridge, but he never did make many friends. He was jealous and unfriendly, and he lost his temper easily. He was a very nice person, but he was one of the greatest scientific geniuses who has ever lived. Chapter 1, Lonely Boy. Help me!
Go ahead, I'm listening. Why you stop?
What is that?
Nothing, it's just a stick. I have to hold for the GPS.
You're recording, aren't you?
I'm not recording nothing. This is GPS stick. I'm taking pictures for the GPS. Yeah, I'm not recording anything. This is GPS stick.
Tell me the truth, please.
I'm always telling you the truth. Papa never lied to you.
If this is a recording,
I'm not recording. Okay? This is GPS stick, taking pictures for my map. I'm getting percentage for this, okay?
Yeah, you already know this place though.
No, people that don't know, and they put in they put it in software. You know what I mean? Yeah. Okay, go ahead.
Just
Start.
for the report,
I'm not recording anything.
Isaac Newton was born in Lincolnshire, England on Christmas Day, 1640. Then why is it pointing toward me then?
I'm pointing. I just hold it like this. I'm not recording anything.
Look! Look here! Look, he's recording.
I'm not recording anything. We have to cross the street. Go.
No more. I'm not reading my book anymore to you. Nope. Until you tell me what that actually is.
Okay, go ahead. I like this book.
Isaac Newton was
What
born
chapter
in
you are now?
Chapter 1.
Okay.
Isaac Newton was born in Lincolnshire. Then why is it pointing me though?
I'm not pointing at you. I just holding in. The same thing, like a Publix, stuff like that. Come on.
Isaac Newton was born in Lincolnshire, England on Christmas Day, 1642. Because England used a different calendar, that his birthday is also given as January 4th, 1643.
Go ahead, though.
I am. I just need to turn the page.
Okay.
He didn't seem to have a great future. At first, he didn't seem he had any future at all. He was born too early. He was weak and so tiny, he was into a quart mug. No
Sit down.
Thought
You can't.
the sickly baby
You
would
have to
live.
wear your seatbelt, Dimitri. Come
His
on.
father, also named
But
Isaac,
you
had
can't
died
do
3
that.
months before his son's birth.
We're
He had a well-off farmer, but he couldn't read or
Oh,
write,
we're
not
parking
even
now.
enough to sign his
Alright.
name.
Yeah.
The English Civil War. Newton was born right at the beginning of the English Civil War. During his childhood, the king and parliament were locked in the bloody struggle. In 1649, when Newton was 6, King Charles I was put on trial and beheaded. A strict government with no king took power. Vanderbilt Smith.
We're not
whose wife
having
was divorced,
McDonald's.
and Anna agreed to move into her
You don't
new
want
home,
McDonald's?
leaving Isaac behind with her parents.
Ask again.
Yeah, you want McDonald's?
Let me order the McDonald's.
Yeah.
What, McDonald's?
He does. He does.
Little Isaac almost never saw his mother, and he was very lonely. Sometimes he would climb a tree so he could stare at his mother's new home. He hated his stepfather so much he imagined burning down the house with him in it. When Isaac was 10, however, his stepfather died. His mother moved back, bringing with her half a brother and 2 half sisters for Isaac. Isaac went to a little local village school, which didn't teach much beyond how to read. He seemed unusually intelligent, so Hannah decided to send him into a better school. The King's School was 7 miles away, too far, so Isaac lived with the Clarkey family. The family later was wealthy liver. Isaac fell in love with Clark's daughter, Catherine. This is true. She was the only girlfriend he had ever had. Years later, Catherine remembered him as a sober, silent, thinking lad who was never known to play with the boys at their silly amusements. In his spare time, he built doll furniture for Catherine. Clark was an apothecary. Apothecary is someone who makes medicine by combining herbs and chemicals. This involves careful work with weights and measures, as well as knowing what was special about different substances. Young Isaac was fascinated. By watching and perhaps helping Clark, he began to learn basic chemistry of how different things interact with each other. He even created his own potion, each as his medicine, made up of turpentine, rosewater, beeswax, all of the good student kicked him in the stomach. Isaac immediately challenged him to a fight, which to everyone's surprise, he won. Isaac was very good at holding a grudge. Just winning the fight wasn't enough for him. He wanted to beat his enemy at school as well, so he finally began to study. Soon he rose to the top of his class. The main subjects at school were Latin and Greek. Both would be useful to him later on, because almost all the most important books and articles were still written in these languages. He may have also learned some simple, useful arithmetic and geometry. Hannah taught the education mainly as a way to make her son a good farmer. Soon she decided it was time for him to practice running a farm. So she took him out of school. The idea was growing crops and taking care of animals bored Isaac. He deliberately did a bad job. When he was supposed to be working, he sat under a hedge, reading or building things. Once one day he was supposed to watch a sheep, he left them running to the neighbor's farm and as a servant to the richest students. Most of them were not more interested in having a good time than in learning. Newton despised them. He grew less lonely when he met another serious student, John Wickens. He moved in with each other and lived together for the next 20 years. Wickens was one of the few people Newton ever stayed friends with for long. Unfortunately, Wickens never wrote down his memories of Newton. Study at Cambridge was still based on ancient Greek and Latin philosophy, especially the writings of the Greek philosopher Aristotle. Aristotle was a brilliant man, the Newton of his time, but he had lived in the 4th century BC. Over 2,000 years later, knowledge of many years had moved much beyond what he thought. Aristotle based his theories on observation of the world around him. However, it was even more important for him to make an idea.
Is that for Indiana?
Yes. Oops.
And then the drinks are in the bag.
Thank you, Donna.
Thank you, honey. Have a good day, okay?
See you next Sunday.
All right, friend.
Thank you. Τώρα τρώμε McDonald's. Τρώμε McDonald's, Dimitri? You eat everything, all right? Wear your seatbelt. Put it down on the floor and wear your seatbelt and play, okay? Dimitri, wait, you sit back.
Wait.
Please.
Wait!
No, don't do that.
Now.
Thank you.
It'd be so rude. Okay, liberty.
Apples for Alexandra. Tamila στον Alexandro. Why you give the whole box, Dimitri?
I just needed the French fry. I just needed the apple. Don't worry, they only give me 1 apple.
No apples? He hide it.
Only give me 1.
All right, read your book. You're not gonna eat your hamburger now?
Yeah, I'm gonna read. Okay, I'm gonna get that. Then
All right.
then I'm done.
All right.
Thanks for calling you. The church were allowed to attend them. Everything had a
What
personal
happened to
leader
hit
who
the
took
car?
charge of the education. Many of the upper class students, however, were only there to have
What
a good
happened to
time.
hit the electronic?
You dropped the milk in the car. You're supposed to be more careful.
If he had actually looked in the man's and woman's mouth, he would not have seen that he was wrong. In the centuries after the death, other scholars often just accept what Aristotle had said as the truth. Much of them was taught at Cambridge and interest Newton, and he paid little attention to him. What Cambridge did offer was a library full of books. Over the past few centuries, daring scholars have been challenging the old ways of explaining how the world works. The word sciences had been yesterday. These scholars were known as natural philosophers. They became founders of modern science. Newton set out to learn from them. Newton read ideas of Nicholas Copernicus, one scholar who changed Aristotle. Aristotle thought that the Earth was the center of the universe and all the other heavenly bodies moved around it. In the 16th century, Copernicus suggested it made more sense to think that the
Alexander.
Earth and all the other planets moved around the sun.
Alexander,
What?
you're gonna wait for me to read the book later?
No, I'm reading the book now.
Oh, please.
You'll
Please.
take forever on this. What do you mean?
Yeah, but wait, I want to listen to the rest of them.
This seemed reasonable to Newton.
Okay. Papa's gonna go clean the truck. 15 minutes and we out of here, okay?
Yeah, right. It'll be like 10,000 minutes.
Ήρθαμε να το καθαρίσουμε γιατί αύριο πάλι ξεκινάμε για Νέα Υόρκη. 5.000 χιλιόμετρα κάθε εβδομάδα το θερίο. Τα 500 άλογα του Ινδιάνα είναι έτοιμα, στρωμένα τα χαλιά, είναι έτοιμο για αύριο. Indiana gym is ready for tomorrow to head back to New York. 500 horses ready. Explain to me what.
Like it?
Okay.
Not usually. And they're actually the exact same height. Okay. Galileo believed in testing the truth of what other people told him. For instance, Aristotle said that heavy objects fell faster than light objects. That certainly sounds reasonable, but Galileo wondered if they really did.
1 second,
He
Amelia.
came up with experiments to find out by dropping balls and measuring how fast they fell. According to legend, Galileo dropped balls from the Leaning Tower of Pisa. That isn't so. Nevertheless, he did discover that Aristotle was wrong. Objects of the same
Okay,
size or
which one is right? Which one is right?
They
Both,
can-
both is gonna drop the same time?
Yes.
Ah, okay.
Objects the same size and shape drop from the same height, fall off the same meat, no matter how much or how little they weigh. You can try
Okay. Don't make sense if it's bigger or smaller.
Yeah, or how much it weighs.
And yeah? Well, a minute. Light stuff drops less. No?
So if you get a bouncy ball,
Huh?
so if you get a bouncy ball
Yeah.
and a bowling ball and you drop them at the same time, they'll both going at the same velocity.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Oh,
All right.
charge it.
1 minute. I get the charger.
He had to know more basic
seatbelt,
branch of
please.
mathematics that he hadn't learned yet. So we had to back up and start at the beginning.
Please.
In 1665, Newton passed exams for his bachelor's degree. His grades were not very good. Most of the exam questions were about subjects that didn't interest him. Still, he did well enough to
Thank
be
you, Dimitri.
a scholar. This meant he would keep living and studying at Cambridge with free room and board. Almost as soon as he earned the right to stay at Cambridge, however, he had to leave. Chapter 3. The Plague Years. The Plague Years. In 1665, the plague broke out in England. The university was closed and Newton went home to Lincolnshire. For the next 18 months, he lived at home. Newton had never much liked being with other people. He was happy to be left alone to think about exactly what he wanted. This was the most productive time in Newton's life. He later remembered in those days, I was in my prime of the age for invention. By invention, he meant being able to think of new ideas. We're going to Walmart, Tanner.
No.
We're going to Books A Million.
We have to go buy books. And after.
Booyah! 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 But boy.
Oh, look, the military plane.
No, but boy.
Dimitri,
No.
you want to see the
boy.
military plane?
Oh, but boy.
No? Okay.
What was he thinking of? A new kind of mathematics to start with? The math he knew was fine to use in some kind of problems. If he knew how fast the wagon was going and that it was moving in a circle, it was easy to figure out where it could be an hour later. However, Newton was interested in different kinds of problems. He wondered about things that were changing all the time. What if he shot a cannonball into the air? First, it would travel in a curve upward, slowing down more and more.
Wow.
Then it would get to the top of its path and start curving back down toward the earth. As it got nearer to the ground, it would move faster and faster. Its speed and its direction was always changing.
Why can't you bring the camera and then you go open the window and look outside?
How could to create a mathematical equation that would describe the kind of movement when it was never the same for an instance?
Okay.
The plague and the Great Fire.
Wait, am I holding?
All right, you're gonna hold it.
When the plague struck, London
You're gonna be the cameraman, okay?
Okay.
When the plague struck, London became the city of death. As many as 1 in 5 people were killed by the disease. Then in September 6th,
What am I holding?
Yeah. You're gonna. We're gonna buy a good camera to hold. Okay.
What am I holding?
a French fry.
Oh, I don't know. I can't see. I'm
in
driving.
September 1666, as the plague was beginning to die down,
a
great
camera?
fire broke out, starting in the bakery. It burned for more than 3 days.
French fry camera.
Oh, the French fry camera. Okay.
But 80% of the buildings in London were ruined. Although no one knew it, the plague was carried by rats and fleas.
Listen to the book now.
By destroying all the 50-old buildings where the rats lived, the fire made it help end the plague. Newton invented his own form of mathematics, one that could handle his kind of questions. He called the method of fluxions. Fluxion means conjugal change. Today we call this invention calculus. Modern physics, the study of motion, matter, and energy, would not be possible without it. Another subject that always interested Newton was light. He bought himself a prism at a Stourbridge fair. It's a specially shaped piece of glass. When light shone through it, the light turned into a rainbow color. We call this a spectrum. Newton began playing around with his prism, testing out what he had learned about light. Aristotle thought in an amazing form light. Newton discovered that, in fact, this doesn't happen. A second prism brought all the colors back together to create a single beam of white light together. Again, this made Newton think of other questions. What would happen if you shone just a single color of light through a second prism? He could experiment to find out. First, he passed a ray of white light through a prism to get the whole spectrum. Then he took just the green light and sent it through a second prism. And Aristotle was right. The first person had already done something to the white light that had turned green. What would the second prism do? Would it break the green light to a whole spectrum again? Would it just change the green a little bit more so it turned blue? Instead, Newton discovered that the second prism made no change at all. The green beam stayed green. This experiment told Newton that Aristotle was wrong. White light was not the basic form of light. Instead, white light was made up of all different colors put together. The prism wasn't making changes to the white light. It was breaking it up and separating it into different parts. From what he figured out about light, Newton... Because gravity is here, gravity is here, gravity is here. Newton's year at his mother's house came to be called... Newton's years at his mother's house came to be called his annus mirabilis. In London, that means miraculous year. It seemed like a miracle to one young man to figure out so much in a short time. Discovering the true nature of light, inventing calculus was just the beginning. He also began the work that would lead to the laws of motion, named after him, and to the theory of gravity. The famous story about Newton tells how the falling apple led to discover gravity. The story may even be true. In his later years, Newton himself said his first notion of gravity was occasionally by the fall of the apple. And there were apple trees at Woolsthorpe. Aristotle thought the reason things fall is because heavy objects have a natural tendency to move downward. Again, it seemed to Newton that Aristotle was wrong. He didn't think it made sense to say that objects had a built-in need to fall down. He thought there must be some kind of force to pull things down toward the earth. If there was such a force, how far would it reach? Newton decided that maybe the force did have limits. The very same force that pulled the apples could also be the pulling on the moon and the planets as well. This was a brand new and amazing idea. In Newton's time, people thought the universe was divided into two parts. The forces that worked here on Earth, and there were forces on beyond the moon. They were completely different because people couldn't travel to outer space. There was no way to study these forces. This meant no one could ever learn how the universe worked beyond the small part people could reach. Now Newton had decided that if he wanted to study the falling apple, he could learn about the forces that worked on everything in the universe. This became thought about him. The more certain he became, the force that made an apple fall from the tree was the very same force that made the moon circle around the Earth instead of flying off into space. No one knows exactly how far Newton got in figuring out all these ideas during his miraculous year, or how much he worked out later. It was a long time before Newton shared his thoughts with everyone else. All his life, Newton hated going public with his discoveries. He didn't like to tell anyone else until he was positive he would work out every detail perfectly. He wanted to be sure no one could possibly catch him making a mistake. He also seemed to like keeping his bold, excited ideas all to himself. Chapter 5, The Wonderful Telescope.
The wonderful.
I said wonderful, I said wonderful, I said cool, I said cool, I said wonderful, I said wonderful, you say cool, I say cool. Wonderful.
Cool.
Wonderful.
Cool.
Wonderful.
Cool.
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 Wonderful.
Cool.
Beautiful.
Wonderful.
Cool.
You passed the test. Chapter 5, The Wonderful Telescope. He's looking at the night sky. You see all those stars moving.
Mm-hmm.
It's Platicus. So, blah, 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 blah. 2,200 years later. Now, that's all about physics, young people. Yay, finally. Yay, we don't have to physics anymore. We can go to Hollywood. And then we can crush Hollywood. And then we can burn Hollywood. And then we can kill Hollywood.
What are you talking about, Billy?
Then we're gonna kill Hollywood. And then break Hollywood. And break the earth right on Hollywood.
What are you talking
Hollywood.
about?
Hollywood must get destroyed by humans. Then you know how you're gonna make Despicable Me 3.
Πάμε για βιβλία. Going to buy books for Alexander. Let's go, guys. Let's go. Close the door. Masks, please.
I don't know where my mask is. What? No.
What's the car? Oh, okay.
We're doing the same thing. Despicable Me. Despicable Me. Despicable Me. We're doing the same thing. Oh, car. Yeah, where are you going? Hey, I'm stopping you. That's fine. I'm gonna get this one.
Which one?
This. Papu,
Puzzle.
remember
What?
we buy this guy?
Oh, yeah, we'll buy this one.
I remember him?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, this is a different one, but brown.
Mm.
I'm gonna find a boat.
Two more?
What? Where?
You're gonna buy two more?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, get him one. And you're gonna read it for me today, okay? Το διαβάσεις εμένα σήμερα? Which one you gonna buy?
Why do I have to read it to you? Why can't I read it to mommy?
To me, one, not to mommy.
Mommy. Mommy. No.
Θα διαβάσεις ένα για μένα, okay?
What? I only find 4th or 3.
Okay, let's go to Alexander.
You go first.
Okay. You got your books?
Wait, one more book.
Huh?
One more book.
You're gonna buy 4?
Yep.
You're gonna kill me. You buy 4.
No, not this one. How about this? Nope. How about this one?
Have your books.
Then we can get it, then we can be rich, then we can get anything we want. You can buy anything you want. There's $24 for one.
Ψωνίσαμε για τα βιβλία. We'll buy the books and we're going to Walmart for shopping and cook for the rest of the day.
On his neck.
Why you do that?
Why?
What a day. Hot, beautiful.
Oh, wait, stop. Can you stop it? Like the same one?
Any story.
Can I do the same one?
Yeah, do the same.
Okay. Started.
But I did.
There was an old lady who swallowed the universe. I don't know why she swallowed the universe. I wish she tell. There was an old lady who swallowed some Earth and the sun. I don't know why she swallowed the universe. I wish she tell. There's an old lady who swallowed the ring. I don't know why she swallowed. She swallowed the. She swallowed the. She swallowed the universe to go with the planets, and she swallowed the ring to go with the universe. I don't know why she swallowed the universe. She told. There was an old lady who swallowed some rope. I don't know why she swallowed some rope.
You done?
No, she swallowed the rope to go with the planet. She swallowed the rope to go with the Earth and the Sun and every planet. She swallowed the ring to go with the. Let's go with the universe. I don't know why she swallowed the universe. I wish she told. There was an old lady who swallowed the bed. I don't know. She swallowed the rope, the universe to go with the rope. She swallowed the rope to go with the planets. She swallowed the bed to go with the. It doesn't make any sense because if you keep on going backwards, what does it make? It makes like this. Can I just tell my story? There was an old lady who swallowed a baby. I don't know why she swallowed the baby. She swallowed the universe to go with the. She swallowed the universe to go with the rope. She swallowed the rope to go with the planet. She swallowed the planet to go with the bed. She swallowed the baby to go in the bed, and then she felt a little sneeze. Then she sneezed all the stuff was inside the sneeze, and then she made the like stuff go like the thing to go on the baby to make them go to sleep. End of the story. The end. Close it.
Done?
You're done.
Okay.
Yeah, I got a little bit stuff.
Very good, Dimitri. You did a good job. Let's go for shopping.
I'm gonna buy toys.
You're gonna buy a toy?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna.
The toy guy and the book guy. You don't know which one to buy?
No.
How much it cost?
I don't know which one to use. This one. You should
How much
have
it
this
cost?
one.
What's the
Both of
price?
them. No.
Just buy one.
Both of them.
Next Sunday you buy another.
But it's not here.
It's gonna be there. Don't worry about it.
Hide it somewhere. But them.
Hide it someplace. Right here. Give me that. All right, next Sunday you buy from here.
Yeah.